Hey y'all, welcome to day 12 of Christy's Beautiful Life, best of 30 days of sketches. And here's the sketch for June 12th, and it is a sketch by the wonderful Allison Davis at Scrapbook Generation. Who doesn't love a good Allison Davis sketch? They're awesome, and she's amazing what she does with sketches and the variations that she'll do on a sketch. If you've ever taken any of her classes where she's had the Facebook group with it, she was providing an extra bonus, I would call it, definitely, of variations on a sketch. But this is one of their free sketches, which they also offer on occasion, so check them out at scrapbookgeneration.com. So what I did for this sketch was a photo of my mother, and it's called #snazzy because, as my journaling says, she will not go out in public looking like a hobo, not even to run to the hardware store, to Lowe's, when you're in the middle of a project. You ain't gonna see her not dressed her best out in public. She's always been that way. And even when we were younger and we'd go to the mall, which was where everybody used to shop, was the mall, because that's all you had, she would be shopping in the mall in high heels. So anyway, that's what this story is about, my journaling. But what I did was the Flavors of the Month kit that I used on an earlier layout had Pink Fresh in it, and I can't remember the name of the collection, but this paper was in that collection. So I took that paper to mimic the stripes here in the background. Instead of making my own stripes, they were already made for me, and it was a full sheet. So I just picked the color variation together that I liked the best and trimmed it down to fit on this pattern paper, which I don't think was in that kit, but I pulled out my Pink Fresh papers, because if you have a lot of one company's paper, the colors kind of tend to be the same. So they basically, you can mix and match a lot of it, which is what I did here. So instead of the, let me scoot that over. So instead of the stars, I used florals, hearts, and butterflies. Now these florals and the butterflies were all cut out of other Pink Fresh papers. It was a sheet of a floral 12 by 12, so I just cut out some of the flowers, and then I die cut with my Sizzix Big Shot some hearts, and I stitched around a few of them, and then I had extra hearts, so then I just double layered some of them, and then used some enamel dots in place of these little stars here and there. I just threw some enamel dots on there, and instead of 2 photos, they were 2.5 by 3.5. I just used one 4 by 6. If I had had another photo of her from that same day, I would have added it, but I just had the one photo because I thought that with her platinum hair, that's her natural hair color, and I think that's what mine is turning, but until it turns completely, we put color on it. Either highlight it or color it, just depending on the mood. But that pink really popped on her, so I took her picture. And I have to find the date, because, you think you can remember these things, but you can't. But this is probably from a couple years ago when my father was in and out of the hospital with some health issues, and because that's obviously in a hospital room. But anyway, I made a little, as the sketch shows, there was a cluster over here on the right hand side of the page. So I made a cluster over here with some more of the flowers and the enamel dots and hearts. And let me tell you, that's glue that hasn't dried. That's crazy. I have clogged up my little fine line bottle, as you see, because the cap is gone. I have to find my cap, so it's going to stay clogged. But I use this scrapbook.com smart glue. We got a little sample of it in the Crop and Create delivered, and I don't like it, but I will use it. You see, I got it on my fingers, and then I got it on the bottle. It's very, very sticky, and it's not my favorite. And I always glue down my enamel dots because I have a fear of them popping off. And this glue that I use, that I don't make anymore, Perfect Paper Adhesive, dries clear, matte, and you can see the glue where I pushed my enamel dot down, and it's shiny. I don't know if you can see it in that, and it's around this one. Might have to work at getting that off, and it's sticky. It's still sticky. I don't like that. So if you don't like sticky glue, don't get the Smart Craft glue by scrapbook.com. That's just my opinion. You might like it, you might love it, but for me, not my favorite. But anyway, that is my layout for today. There is the sketch, and here is mine. And I was glad to get into not only my scrap room kit, but also into my stash. And that is what's so great about this series, is I'm digging into things that I've been wanting to use but haven't used, because I have challenged myself, and I am going to do my absolute best to get all the sketches done. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.